Most of you have heard of or even watched the popular Netflix TV shows that get promoted a lot, like the various Marvel shows, House of Cards, Orange is the New Black, and Stranger Things. There are also a lot of great shows on Netflix that don't get the same attention in the press, so they're not as well known to some people. So today I'll let you know about 10 lesser known Netflix shows that just may be worth your time to watch. Depending on where you live, some of these may not be available on Netflix in your area. Coming up next on Tech Gumbo. First up is Peaky Blinders. This is a British crime drama that focuses on the Peaky Blinders gang in the early 1900s in Birmingham, England. It's an incredibly vulgar and violent series in which we watch the Shelby family expand their criminal organization. Initially, when this show first came out, I watched the first episode and quit watching. I decided to give this show another chance a couple months back and will now admit it is one of my favorite shows on Netflix. By the time you get to the end of the second or third episode in the first season, you'll be hooked. This series has 3 seasons you can watch now, and has been renewed for a 4th and 5th season. Next up is Black Mirror. This is a British science fiction series which centers around the unanticipated consequences of new technologies. Black Mirror has often been compared to The Twilight Zone, but with more satirical themes. Each episode has a different story, along with a different cast of actors. So if you find yourself not being interested in a particular story, you can just skip ahead to the next episode. There are currently 3 seasons along with the Christmas special available right now. Black Mirror has been renewed for a 4th season. Having aired for 2 seasons, Narcos tells the story of drug kingpin Pablo Escobar, who became a billionaire through the production and distribution of cocaine. The show focuses on Escobar's interactions with DEA agents, drug lords, and the Colombian government. The dialogue in this series is in both English and Spanish, so there are some subtitles for you to get used to. Other than that, the acting is some of the best you will find on any show. Netflix has renewed Narcos for a 3rd and 4th season, focusing on a different storyline. If you're a fan of Orange is the New Black, Wentworth is a show that may be of interest to you. Wentworth is an Australian series that focuses on Bea Smith as she learns how to survive in prison after being charged with the attempted murder of her husband. It's dark and gritty, and just like some of the other shows mentioned, may take you 3 episodes to get you hooked. 5 seasons of Wentworth are available to watch now on Netflix, and a 6th season is expected in 2018. Up next is Bloodline, which is an American drama based in the Florida Keys. It was created by the same people that created the critically acclaimed series Damages. Bloodline tells the story of the Rayburn family as they cope with the return of Danny Rayburn, who is the black sheep of the family. The Rayburn's past is full of dark secrets, which are revealed throughout the seasons. There are 3 seasons available now, with the 3rd being the last. Now for a period piece set in 15th century Florence, Italy, Medici, Masters of Florence, tells the story of a young man that finds himself playing the lead role of his wealthy family when his father, who is played by Dustin Hoffman, has been mysteriously poisoned. The first couple episodes get off to a rocky start, but the show starts to find its mojo by the 3rd episode. The 1st season is available to stream now on Netflix, with the 2nd season on the way. Next up is Sense8, which tells the story of 8 strangers, each from a different part of the world, that are linked together both emotionally and mentally. They're able to sense and communicate with each other, as well as share their knowledge while leading individual lives. The show does suffer from pacing issues, but does get better by the end of the 1st season. The show has aired for 2 seasons, but was recently canceled by Netflix to the dismay of its loyal and outspoken fan base. The Fall is a crime drama filmed and set in Northern Ireland. It stars Gillian Anderson as a senior investigating officer that is sent to Belfast to find and capture a serial killer that is attacking young professional women. The series has aired for 3 seasons, and there will likely not be a 4th. I hesitated to put this show on this list. As great as the first 2 seasons were, the 3rd season was disappointing. As many critics have already pointed out, the acting was still top-notch, but the writing seemed to lack any creativity or character development. With all that said, the first 2 seasons of The Fall make this show worthwhile to watch. Up next is the series 13 Reasons Why, which is an American drama based on the 2007 novel by Jay Asher. This show has not been really promoted for the quality of the show, but has received quite a bit of attention due to its more controversial aspects. The show is centered around a high school student, Clay Jensen, and his friend Hannah Baker, a girl that committed suicide. A box of cassette tapes recorded by Hannah before her death details the 13 reasons why she ended her life. The first season is available now. The second season is set to premiere in 2018. Last but not least is The Crown. This show is very well known in Europe, but here in the United States, I still talk to people that have never heard of it. The Crown is a biographical story about the reign of Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. The show features excellent writing, acting, and very high production values. John Lithgow, an American, even won a Best Actor award for his portrayal of Winston Churchill at the Golden Globes, which is a role reversal. Usually it's the Brits winning all of the awards over here playing Americans. Season 1 is available now and has been renewed for a second season. If you haven't seen it yet, check out The Crown. That concludes this list of lesser known Netflix shows. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you think of these shows, and if you have a favorite show that you feel doesn't get the attention it deserves. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to click the subscribe button for the latest in streaming and other tech related stuff from Tech Gumbo.